So, are we in agreement then that the actual sus people is Nintendo?
Yes, I guess we can.
We
Nintendo? Like,
I mean, yeah, and then if you think about it, most of Nintendo Japan does like very soft things, and then when we come to the West, it's often censored. Like, why is it censored?
because the West has a lot of laws restricting that and bestiality.
BS, BS. The anime that we watch it mostly filled with gore and nudity.
that is
On
very true.
Crunchyroll,
Oh yeah,
like it's like a third.
but you have to think about.
I
You
mean,
have to think about.
I suppose, but like, what do you guys think?
Of
I
course.
mean, I mean, with Nintendo has some odd thinking when it comes to designing characters. No, and
I would say new
Sasha,
characters.
Sasha is an example because Freaky Fishman thought that Sasha was a girl. Many people thought Sasha was a girl, but really, Sasha is a trap.
And I hate it.
I found it hilarious.
Is this configuration?
I mean, since we're talking about Nintendo being sus, were you guys ever on the Bowsette train?
Hell yeah. Hell yes.
We,
That can step on me.
Oh gosh.
we,
I,
but
hey,
only
I'm
because I
keep
never.
it for a reason.
So, I suppose is that like your only main like fictional crush now, or
Well, I would have to say that many people actually made Bowsette. Like some of them made Bowsette an artwork as a boy instead of a girl, and I can agree with the boy one, but the girl one is very attractive. But today, no. Years ago, yes.
okay?
And, well, and I don't really have a preference. Tall, short, with them all on.
Well, no discrimination from Fishky Fish Guy. Hmm. Okay. So, do either of you have any more than that you're older?
Unfortunately, I have more crushes than before.
Good, good.
I don't really think I have any I don't think I have any after I'm older. I think it's still the same.
Okay. Well, Miss Transfiguration, which ones would you add now?
Um, I don't know if you know the games, and if you don't know the games, well, that would be a little bit harder to.
Well, which games?
Um, Frostbite, Something's Wrong with Sonny J. Jack, John Doe, and let me think. Just let me think for a moment. It's on the tip of my tongue. Those four ones, yes. Um, and oh, Lady Demetrescu, but I've seen artworks of her as a man.
So that wouldn't be Lady.
It would
Um,
be Lord Demetrescu.
okay. Now, do tell
And
us why those.
So in Frostbite, there is a character called Kate Frost, and my goodness, I would have to say he is feisty, he is dominant, and he is definitely flirty. And normally I wouldn't be attracted to that, but with him it is different. Um, for something around with Sunny Day Jack, I would have to say Sunny Day Jack because he is sweet. He can also be a bit flirty as well. He's not always kid friendly, which is good, but he has that soft side of a teddy bear that I really like to see in a man. Plus, he's masculine. The other one in Sunny Day Jack would have to be Joseph. He is supposed to be the actor for Sunny Day Jack, and I thought he's like the opposite of the character he plays as. He's more bad boy like. He's more bad boy. He is more, I would have to say, a little bit a little bit better with the personality. The only thing I don't like though is the smoking. I don't like the fact that he smokes, but he does have a personality that he is still nice and treats well with his friends, but at the same time he could be a little bit of a flirt too.
Okay. If he was vaping, would you mind?
I would mind.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry, I am just not attracted to smokers or vaping or people who vape. I am terribly sorry. Sorry. Um
I can kind of I can understand that.
Well, I mean, I just prefer having, someone who is healthy and doesn't have a breath of an ashtray.
Yes, good breath is always good.
Now the other one, let me see. Now the other one I would say is called Apples to Ashes. It is a still in development game, but so far the character that you are dating, his name is Douglas, and he is like this country sweet boy. And so far I really do like him. He has a personality of a sweet teddy bear, but at the same time he could be lightly socially awkward, but at the same time sweet, and I do like that very much.
Okay. And are those it?
Now, no,
Oh
no.
no,
Now,
Lord Dimitrescu.
you, Lord Demetrescu. It's just basically a male version of Lady Demetrescu, and a lot of people have done artwork of that. And I just really wish that they did a another version of that game, but with Lady Dimitrescu as Lord Dimitrescu. Mm. Um, now the other one, I would have to say John Doe. And the character is not really a human; he is a creature. But at the same time, though, he is somewhat of a yandere. But he just wants to be loved and cared for, and I really do like that. But the other reason why is because he is gothic.
Ah, the Gothics.
We
Oui, oui.
we. But no, no. But there is a happy ending in that game where you can date him without dying. So thank God for that, because I really did do like him, and he's not as manipulative. He's not very manipulative. He just wants to be loved. So I do like that. And I would say the two other finals for me, or three other finals for me, are around Pokemon again. And
Okay.
and I would have to say that the three are all based in Pokemon Sword.
Why that
And
one?
I just really like them and I like their personalities.
Okay, well, which characters? Or are
So
they
the first
Pokemon?
no, they're just characters. They're characters. So I would say the very first one would be Leon.
Okay,
He is he is a champion, but he actually has personality in the game and is trying to help figure some problems and trying to help get the problems out of the way. Because in other games, you don't see the champions try to help or fix something in the games. And I think I've seen him, the only one who's been trying to do something in the game. And I really do like that. Plus, he is sweet, determined, and outgoing as well. And I do like that.
okay.
And I would say the second one would be Pierce. He is a dark type gym leader and he is also gothic and he likes rock, but he also is very nice. He also defends and does problems and helps out, and I do like that about him too. And I would say the final third one would be Alistair. He is a ghost type gym leader, but he is only available in Pokemon Shield.
Okay, so kind of like what they did back in Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire.
What do you mean?
Like they had like different gym leaders depending on which one of those games it was for one
We
particular one. Okay.
wait, because I got Pokemon Sword, and I would end up with the fighting gym leader. But if you get Pokemon Shield, you'd end up with Alistair instead. But I got Pokemon Sword instead. But
Okay.
but Alistair is like this 11-year-old ghost type gym leader. And I'm not a pedophile or anything
I
like
was
that.
about to say, hmm.
No pedophile. No. No. The Now, I wouldn't mind if they made him older, and that's fine, but I don't like him like that. I do not have a big crush on him, nothing like that. I like him because he is also a autistic character and he also has problems trying to make friends and everything, just like how I did back when I was a little girl. So I'm just happy Game Freak actually added another autistic character that I could also relate to. I do not like him that way. No.
Yeah. I mean, since we're talking Pokemon, though, I did forget to mention two other crushes from earlier. So I had mentioned Dawn, but from Pokemon Black and White, Skyla, the Sky Pokemon gym leader, and Elisa, the Lightning Pokemon gym leader.
I'm not mad that you like Elisa. I thought Elisa was a very good gym leader. I really did like her.
Well, again, I had a thing for Tsunderes growing up, and so I kind of like that. But again, now that I'm a bit older, she comes off more like a bitch at times and too much of a diva. I did like Skyla though, because she was just very like fun and outgoing. Seemed like a very nice person.
I mean, for Elise, I find her so fashionable. Yes, diva sometimes, but at the same time, however, she's not a complete bitch at that. She's actually she's actually just trying to be fashionable and trying to do her job as a gym leader and just try her best, like, as doing her job and other things. I think I find her very unique.
Absolutely. I mean, are you on my side, Freaky Fish guy?
Um, he is gone.
Oh, okay. Well, he will return, hopefully,
I
but
do not know what happened.
it's all good. Maybe he was just grabbing something, or maybe he's just playing some Animal Crossing. Hopefully, not that. But let's see. Would you say
He
that
can
there's
he
he can
can
what?
play Animal crossing all he wants, but he cannot have Anka because she is on my island.
Yes, he's watching from afar. Like one day, I will take over that island. I mean, that would be an interesting feature if you could like train your actual villagers to take and pillage other islands.
You know, that would be interesting. I'm just surprised that they didn't do a horror version of the game.
Not even for Halloween.
No, no, not really. No.
Hmm. I mean, I feel like if they were to, they would definitely have to have a bat that could give you COVID.
What dang?
Um, but okay, so from like when you were younger to now, where do you think your preferences have changed and adjusted? Like, were traits that you were originally attracted to when you were younger now different?
I would have to say that I would have to say that I try not to go for, I suppose, like the villains as much as I can, like Kevin 11. But again, as a child, I didn't have much friends, and I had a I had a little bit of a strict childhood, but not too strict. But I don't know. The reason why I liked him is because I wish I could have a friend like that, just to bring excitement and adventure along in my life. But I would have to
It kind of
say
came true. You got Freaky Fish Guy. He definitely brings the adventure and excitement.
he does, but not in that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Um I would have to
Sorry, I cut
say
you.
but I would have to say um it's slightly the same, but at the same time it's not, I want to say, because I like my men. I'm sorry. I like my men tall. I like them muscular. I like them with long canine fangs, and I really want them to bring excitement and adventure in my life. I
You
feel,
know, you're
but
probably going to have several candidates lining up after you said that.
I am sorry.
Nothing.
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was just saying you probably are going to get several candidates like lining up after you said that.
What makes you think that?
Oh, I'm just saying people in comments, you know.
I mean, I would also like them to have a soft side too, though, and be sweet and nice. All that too.
Hmm. Okay.
Like the point, what I'm trying to say is masculine, tall, intimidating looking with long canine fangs, but has a soft side on the inside as well.
For sure. You get the
I'm
best of both
sorry.
worlds.
I'm sorry, but I really like my men that way.
Oh,
We,
that's all good. We all have our preferences here.
we.
Like, would you say that you live more like in the fantasy and fictional world now that you're older, or that you still kind of revert, um, or now you're kind of more into like reality? Which, like, where do you find yourself now more?
I feel like I'm in between
Why do you say that?
because I can daydream sometimes, and sometimes I could just be in my own world. But half the time, I have to stick around to reality and get things done, and just know that it says reality and not always imagination. But even so, I still have my daydreams and others.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point too. Where I feel like whereas when you're younger, you kind of live in the daydreams that once you get older, unfortunately, some of that fades, but you can still have those attributes still.
We, I mean, I may have said and described like the men I want and all that, especially those with long hair. But
And fangs.
yes, but even so, I have a boyfriend and I love him very much. He may not be what I would fantasize, but he has a personality that I really love.
I mean, that's always good though. And I feel like that's the thing where we grow up. You think you want some things, and perhaps preference wise you do, but you're always still allowed. You still find exceptions to the rules for sure.
Of course, and I love him for him. I don't care about his appearance. I actually do love him for him.
Uh, Now that'd be an interesting story another day. But do you have any other comments, questions, or anything that you'd feel like you'd like to add to this discussion?
I actually do.
Okay.
Since Freaky Fishman mentioned about, I guess, his Pokemon crushes, do you have any Pokemon crushes? Like Pokemon crushes?
Actual Pokemon? No. I feel like if anything, it's more of like a bromance where like, yo, these are my bros, my homies. Like, I want to just like sit down and just like chill with them. Like I've always loved Lucario. I feel like he would have been an awesome friend growing up. Especially like the one like in the Lucario and Mystery of You movie where he could communicate with them. Uh, I wouldn't, yeah, but no, I wouldn't say like any like in terms of like attracted to, but more of like, yo, these are just like ones that I connect with and want to be my homies, my friends.
I find Nintendo very sus that they actually added that humans and Pokemon can marry in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, I don't remember that in the original.
No, no, it actually is in the original game.
Ugh. Well, you know that they were appealing to some fans when they were doing that.
Yes, yes, I know.
Just a moment.
So, I mean, it would not be a surprise if people actually feel that way. But
I'm,
whatever suits them, I cannot judge people. Whatever kinks or whatever is on their mind.
I mean, slightly, but yes, no, Nintendo is sus for sure.
After making Sasha, very.
How much you want to bet they got blackmailed into doing it for the Pokemon?
I do not know. How
Like,
would you think they got blackmailed into it?
like some fan showed up to the game studio, like pointing a gun at them, was just like, "Hey, you need to make this canon, or we're gonna start taking you guys out."
I
And
don't know. I don't know. I feel like the CEO of Nintendo is a very sus man. I can only think that he might have blackmailed someone and maybe told them, I want you to do this. I want you to do this funny, but I want him to be thick. And it is a boy.
I mean, that is a very real possibility of what they might have done. I would have been. I want to know the reactors person when they said that. Like, wait, but why?
I mean,
Like, did they
I wouldn't,
question themselves when they were like inputting the design?
I don't know. But if anything, I can only imagine they are single men that are just lonely.
Yes, but there's lonely, and then there's that,
Yes,
like
desperate.
borderline illegal, or like on some watch list.
We.
I
I
mean,
don't
to
know.
each their own. Everyone has their reasons for why they fall in love with, but just makes you wonder for sure.
We. Is there any other um is there any other crushes that you have besides the Pokemon crushes? Like from any other game or anything else? Anime,
Um,
any
Again, we had a discussion at one point, but I loved Chie Satonaka from the Persona 4 games. She was like a tomboy, and I just really liked she was a very spunky and outgoing character who just cared a lot about her friends. And was very shy because again, Japan was like supposed to be more ladylike. She was just again more of a tomboy, and so she didn't feel like she fit in. And so I kind of just like liked that aspect of somebody knowing who they are, but still conflicted because it doesn't necessarily fit into what the normal was.
okay. Okay, no, that sounds like a very good character. I can see why. Is there anything that you don't want? It
What do you mean that I don't want?
um excuse me. No, I was sneezing. I sneezed. Sorry.
Okay.
So
But
is
what
there a negative trait that you wouldn't find attractive in a fictional character?
I feel
Like
like for both
your crush.
fiction and reality, I feel like characters I'm attracted to in fiction are also have attributes that I am attracted to in real life. Um, I would probably have to say, I mean, there's probably a few traits. One is just a character just being so stuck up in themselves and not being able to distinguish that, like just coming off very bitchy, not being able to take criticism, not able to change when they do something wrong. Um, and then I would probably have to say it would go towards a more the complete opposite of that, where you have a character who doesn't really have any self-esteem or personality in themselves, that they're constantly having to get reassurance from others, like not able to make their own decision.
Ah,
I mean, does that make sense?
oui.
Again, I usually it's hard for me because I feel like it's hard for people to make a good female character anymore. They're either just overly sexualized or they just act like more annoying, like feminist like, instead of like making attributes that would make you like their character.
Ah.
I mean, what do you think?
No, no, I would agree. I would agree. Now for me, I would have to say that this would be considered both fictional and reality as well. I don't like it when I don't like it when someone lies to me.
Hmm,
Because I want the truth. I know it will be hard to hear the truth, but I need to know the truth.
for sure.
And the second one The second one would have to be manipulation. I do not
Hmm,
want that in a person. I don't want that in a friend. I don't want that with someone I love. I do not want that at all. Because why? Just why? You are making yourself look bad and you are just being cruel about this too.
yeah. No, those are definitely ones worth like, yeah, no, I can't. I would say manipulation as well. Um, like those are just like traits in general that don't like in people, but yes, especially in fiction too, where sometimes they
We
can go like a little bit more like intense with it, and so you see more different repercussions because of actions like that.
Oui.
But then
And
sometimes it gets hard when you get like a character who's doing those actions, but for like the right reasons. Like sometimes they're like kind of like did you ever watch the original Teen Titans?
oui.
Like remember how Deathstroke had kind of blackmailed Robin into working for him and he couldn't tell the others? Like something like that where he's having to break his codes and morals, but because he's trying to do it to protect them at the same time.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
So I feel like again, there's always exceptions to the rules, but in general, yes.
Okay. Now, I'd say, now I would say the third thing I do not want jealousy. I mean,
Mm,
but a little bit of jealousy is fine. I don't mind a little bit of jealousy, but I don't want them to be overly jealous just because I was talking to a guy who's just a friend or whatever.
I see, I see.
So, over jealousy is too much. A little jealousy is fine, but don't be over jealous to the point where you are mad or to the point where you cannot trust me or be a butt about it. If it's just a friend, it's a friend. I am telling the truth.
Yeah. I mean, has that happened to you?
Surprisingly, no. However, I have seen it.
Oh yeah, I think we've all seen it.
I've seen it with one of my friends in high school with her ex boyfriend, and they broke up because of that, and it was scary.
Who is the jealous one? Your friend or the boyfriend?
The boyfriend.
Ah, yeah, that would be. So, I mean, we could give some life advice here. What would you say to somebody who's going through something like that? Like they're somebody is being like very overly jealous with them.
Oh, Cook has returned.
How long was I gone, guys?
Like 10, 15 minutes. But it's okay. We had a good conversation and you're just in time. Um, what are traits like in both fiction and reality that you hate in a person, like red flags that you cannot see yourself with them?
Let's just say dishonesty. I don't
Yeah.
like dishonesty. That makes me
Uh,
feel sick to my stomach. And also, I just don't like lying to myself about something. I just don't. No one does.
I
uh,
don't know. There's some people who I feel like do, but what else?
Hmm. Well, let's just say, like, have you ever heard the phrase "fake it until you make it"?
Yes.
we.
I, I don't like it when people are putting on fake smiles. And then, when they go back home, they're like very depressed. I don't feel like nobody should do that. And that's a thing that can happen in no. But the thing that I hate the most about is that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, you need to fake it until you make it in order to make it past your life. And I don't believe in that psychology. I just don't believe in it at all because it's like, why? Like, you're not being authentic. You're basically lying to yourself. And yes, I do understand if you do get a job, you're gonna have to freaking do it. According to a lot of bullshit that shitty coworker might give you, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have to agree.
But I feel like what gets hard with that is sometimes you're good. You believe your own lies that you genuinely believe it.
I
Yeah,
would
and trust. Yeah, and trust me, I had to deal with that for the remainder of 2022, 2021, and 2023.
I'm
So
sorry
much
to hear that.
so, it can be that bad if you believe the lie so much that it literally sets you into a deep fall of depression, and then depression results in, well, those type of thoughts. I'm not gonna say it here.
Yeah.
hmm
Are there any other questions you can think of to ask either of us, Figure Fish Guy?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, if I had to say one thing, hmm, like what kind of question can it be? Anything?
I mean, I feel like that's still somewhat relevant to the subject,
And what's the subject?
like waifus, husbandos, crushes, love, growing up,
Hmm. Okay.
what you are and aren't attracted to.
traits traits from a crush that you'd want and traits from a crush that you don't want. Just just like the traits you said, those the ones that you don't want.
Hmm. Well, okay. Had there ever been like a guilty pleasure crush? And basically, what I'm saying, a crush that almost everybody hates, but you like alone.
Uh, trying to like fully understand the question.
Okay, do
Basically
you know what?
basically a character that everyone hates but you secretly like.
Ah, um, I feel like more of like I have characters that I hate that people just love.
Hmm. Well, I meant if you can't really think of that one, then you can think of the inverse.
Hmm. I hate Deku, and I don't know why people like his character.
Damn. Okay. God
Goodness.
damn. Okay. Starting off strong.
My
Start
goodness.
like no. I think I know. You know, to be honest, I'm sorry to say this, Miss Transfiguration,
Figuration.
figuration. But
Yep.
yeah, I didn't like that creator. I didn't like that creator when I first started watching My Hero Academia.
I
I
still
did
don't
not
like him, and
freaking
they're
like
like
it.
6 seasons in.
Wait, wait. May I ask why? May I ask why?
Sure. He's a character who is only started working towards his goal once somebody else gave him the actual means to it. Like look at Asta from Black Clover. He was a character who wanted magic but was never didn't have that opportunity. So he figured out a way to train his body so that way when could have abilities one day that he could actually start achieving his dream. Deku didn't do shit until he all of a sudden received the power from All Might. And now that he's also has this power now, yes, he does work to try and improve it and become better, but a lot of it's just like his personality is just it goes more towards that side of like you can only do certain things to be a hero, which I find Bakugo to be more interesting now because he actually realizes that sometimes you have to do things in an unorthodox way in order to get those results. But for me, the biggest pet peeve was just that Deku never really worked for anything until it was given to him.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know why I kind of have a pet peeve towards him too. Don't get me wrong, I love his character. I love his character, but I really fucking hated who even got his powers. He got his powers by eating all my hair. I'm like, what? So you're telling me if I eat a hair of a certain strong person, I will automatically get their powers with no work, no effort, just no effort, just eating the guy's hair will give me the power that I want. And sir, I do understand. Throughout the series, he is working toward to make the power his own, but I feel like it would have been better if a few episodes into a purpose, and then during like during like during the middle of a few episodes, he would start to develop he would start to develop his own powers, or hell, maybe do the same thing that Asta did, and train his body, so that it can look like he has a quirk, but he really doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
I can think of
basically
so
hard
many
work.
characters that just were in a very similar boat but did much better.
Yeah,
Okay,
um,
okay,
I
fair
can be,
enough. Enough. Fair enough. I understand. Fair enough.
And he
I'm
has
yeah,
just
like
I
no
can make
charisma
the,
either.
no, no. I'm just
oh
very.
damn,
Can I please talk?
Yes. My
I am.
apologies, madam.
I am just very happy that I am not the only one who is pet peeve about the hair thing.
Oh, I
well,
mean,
I
I
meant,
agree on the hair. There's just in terms of getting powers in anime, it be like that sometimes. Like we just get some crazy stuff.
No,
hey,
I
I meant,
understand, but I am saying that I got a pet peeved. I got pet peeved when he got the powers just by eating freaking hair.
hmm, well, yeah,
But
and also,
perhaps he could have been a hero without powers, like be a secret hero or something. Kind of like
yeah, think,
Batman. Kind of like Batman, but
yes,
a different outfit.
yes, yeah, oh hell no, I feel like his outfit would be the same, but he just doesn't have any powers. Like, keep the outfit, but
No, no,
remove
like I
the,
do like the outfit. I'm just saying, like, just just be a hero with no powers. Be a secret hero with no powers, like Batman, but with his costume.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that would make sense. Also, does anybody feel that Naruto also belongs in that category as well?
I mean, to an
Like,
extent, but considering like literally all the deception that went around it, I will give him the benefit of the doubt in literally the fact that he has the nine tails sealed up in him. So I would
oh
say
no,
yes, but again, I always preferred Sasuke.
oh my, okay, okay, we will talk about that one later. But basically, what I'm talking about is how like how the series was supposed to be like, the underdog of a character becomes the great Hokage, and I'm like, he given chakra like everybody else, and I'm like, the one guy, the one ninja that doesn't have any Jinitsu or Jutsu, but he had Taijutsu, it's basically ignored for the rest of the series. I'm like, okay, Naruto may be special because he has the nine-tailed fox inside him, but Rock Lee is really special because A, he doesn't even have any chakra or any ninjutsu in with him. He has Taijutsu, and also he fought against Gara, who had not only Chakra, but the sand was protecting him, and he managed to break through it.
I mean, I do
Such
Um,
feel like Naruto is definitely going to be one where we will have to have a whole dedicated one for it. But yes,
oh,
uh, uh,
I I
uh,
just
uh,
realized I just realized that one of those Naruto characters I had a crush on as a child too.
if you freaking say Sasuke, I swear to fucking
No,
God,
no,
please
no,
be
no,
Sasuke.
no, 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 not Satsuki. No.
good, good. Fucking Sakura and already have crushes on him. I don't want another person.
Well, no, I know that. And Sasuke was a little bit annoying for my taste.
Really?
We. No, I did not. Sasuke was not my crush. Okay, he was not my crush.
Was it
Naruto was not
Kakashi?
my. No. Okay, maybe a little bit, but no, not him either because he was too old for me.
Oh hell no. If I
Is it
if I
Gara?
was with no,
It's Gara. I mean, Gara is
you're
awesome.
kidding. You're
We,
fucking kidding.
we,
What was it about
um,
him besides him being Gara?
I would have to say his background story. His background story as a kid was very sad, and nobody would play with him, and that he just wanted friends before he got the mark on his eye. I would have to say I could relate to him because I am also lonely and all. But if I was in that, if I was in that anime, I could have tried and be his friend or something because even even I could relate to being lonely, and he was strong too. But I felt like he wanted a friend or something. But then I started to develop a crush on him as a little girl.
You know what? Nah, I'm not going to. You know what? I am not going to lie on that. I'm not going to lie on that. It's very understandable.
I mean, even his background as a child, his mom was ordered his mom was ordered to kill him before she died. And I thought that was horrible because he didn't do anything wrong. And yet someone ordered his own mother to kill him. And
I'm
I thought that was horrible
Oh,
because
just watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
pretty sure the reason behind it was I'm pretty sure she was forced to do it, and also
well,
the
that's what I'm
fact
saying.
that
She was forced. She wasn't just ordered. She was forced to kill her own son, and I thought that was horrible. But at the same time, like he didn't do anything wrong besides people being scared of him, and I thought that was wrong. And again, he wants friends, and I could have, if I was in that anime, I could have been his friend because I understand what being lonely is like.
well, yeah, that is true. Also, another surprising fact about Garth Fan, the fan, it literally his mother. Like, again, why do you think it has a mind of its own when protecting Gara?
I thought Gara was controlling it because he has the sign, that love sign on his eye.
Well, yeah, but then again, I meant look at the Gara and Rock Lee fight from the tuning exams. When you will
It's
literally see
a
him
long
not
time.
move a finger.
It's a long time since I've seen that episode. I would have to see it again, but really like Rock Lee too as a character. To be honest, I really wish that they made him as a main character because he didn't have powers, but I really did like him though.
I know, like the fact that he did have any power really did make him more and more interesting. And the fact that and I'm
The
not
only
gonna lie,
I'm sorry. Just the only thing that ticked me off about him is that he had a crush on Sakura.
And why? Well, okay, but okay. I'm gonna
You know
I'm
very
gonna
well.
come back to that.
Yep, you know very well as I do that Sakura is useless.
Okay, I am going to come back to that, but I really did like Rock Lee as a character. Hell, both of his moves, Leaf Hurricane and Hand Lotus, had to be some of the most coolest attacks in the series. And and I really hated how the whole series kind of like makes them into like a walking gag. Like, I get it, he doesn't have any ninjutsu, he doesn't have any powers. But come on, Naruto, stop, like, stop making him into a gag character. Hell, they gave him his own series and they basically just committed to just making him into a gag character simply because, oh, he doesn't have any powers. Like, goddamn, it's the same situation with Dragon Ball Z, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, like,
It's all very just again, this definitely leaves a lot of different rooms for different episodes later on that I'm excited to see where this show goes with us. But is there
yeah,
any final thoughts that you guys have that you want to share?
hmm, no,
Um, um, well, man,
Vicky Fish
freaky,
guy.
yes, freaky fish guy.
yes,
Um, we were we were talking about if we had any Pokemon crushes, and unfortunately, Ninja Steve does not, and
damn it.
and neither do I.
Why do you relate back to it? Just asking.
I was
Hey,
just
Miss
curious.
Transfiguration. Her question, not mine.
I was just curious.
About what?
I was curious if anyone else had like Pokemon crushes and not just you.
Oh, well, oh, well,
Nintendo.
oh,
Well,
well, I'm just, oh,
but
well, I'm just sad now. I'm sad.
Don't worry, Freaky Fish guy.
it's okay. There are people out there that are like you. Plus, in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, unfortunately, they said that humans and Pokemon can marry. So there are more people out there like you.
Yeah, and Pokemon Arceus is supposed to be set in Hisui, so no flaws. So I can finally say this: there's no laws against the Pokemon. We can do whatever we want with them.
You are like the Joker in Batman who caught Lopunny.
Oh my god! Why do I feel like Why do I feel like my name should just be the Joker and just that's a freaking fit guy? But then again, you know what?
No, because you are like that. You are like Batman. I caught myself a Pokemon. Would you like to know what Pokemon it is?
It's a little funny misfigure mis figuration. It's a little funny.
No, Joker, no, it is the animal, Joker. Do not do that, Joker. Don't do it, Joker.
Misfiguration, misconfiguration. There's no law against the Pokemon. We can do whatever we want with it.
No, Joker, no. It is only a Pokemon. It is only an animal, Joker.
No,
Joker.
no, no,
He
I'm not
about to
doing that.
treat her like one.
No. In fact, I feel like it would be worse than Arceus because of alphas. It would be
They
a whole lot
they are
worse.
only animals. They are only animals for Kiefish Man. They are only animals.
Not according to the internet, they're not. and not going to Pokemon. So if Diamond Pearl set up humans and Pokemon used to marry, it's
It
canon.
was a joke. It was a joke because Batman said it's there. It's only an animal. It's a joke.
And I know it's a joke, but I meant to think about it. It's canon. It's
I know it.
canon.
I know it's canon.
Just because something's canon doesn't make it a good idea.
It does
Very.
make it a good idea. It does.
You can't reel him out. He's too deep in the rabbit hole.
Allow me to just clarify. Star Wars has ruined canon
How?
because I get, but I'm just saying, just because sometimes it makes a okay, fine. Here's another great example. Well, has no Dragon Ball Super is technically canon, but it ruins a lot of things in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, 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 hey, let me say something about that real quick. Fuck Dragon Ball Super.
Agreed. It ruined the canon, though.
No, I meant, no, it doesn't have to exist at all. I meant, look, we can talk about it in another episode, but I'm just going to say that fuck Dragon Ball Super. They made the Batara retcon kind of stupid. They made the Fusion retcon very stupid. And
I don't
also,
even know about this, but continue.
and also, unless you're Goku, Vegeta, or a Saiyan, you ain't shit.
Or Jiren, apparently.
Well, hell, I meant GT.
Or
Rather,
Frieza.
that
Oh yeah, I love
G-
GT.
finally somebody embraced it non-canon.
Oh, me and my brother consider that to be the real canon.
Oh my god, my other friend is going to get what is going to get a hell of a reaction. That's why I have Super Saiyan 4 in my profile picture. Now, you just need to wait for Super Saiyan 5.
I don't know what to say about this or this whole canon thing, but okay then.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Well, I do feel like this was a very successful episode. Do you guys have any final closing words you would like to give to the audience?
Yes, you asked me a question, what tips I would give to someone if they have a jealous boyfriend, right?
Yes.
So, ladies, if you have a jealous boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever you're dating, I would suggest this. If they are jealous enough to get super angry, super possessive, and super mad to the point where they might hurt you, run. Run for your life. Get help. Seek help from a friend or family member. Just do it and get away from them because you don't deserve that, especially from someone who might be as toxic enough to hit you. So, that's all I have.
Hmm. And even though I don't really have any dating advice, I do have some advice in general. Don't don't be afraid to be who you are. Whether it's a furry, an anime lover, a mixture of both, or anything else. You're unique in your special way. I know that a lot of people will look at you differently because you like these sort of things, but if it's the one thing that makes you happy, then that's a sign to keep on doing it. Even if it doesn't seem like other people will not like it, you don't need other people validation. You only need to validate yourself.
Those were really wise words from both of you. I would only echo just both aspects where it's just if you're in such a bad relationship where it does feel like you are in danger or could potentially be, it's not worth the pain. Like love is just one of those weird things where you'll blind yourself just to believe something's there. But don't fall
Well,
for it is all I can say. And be yourself. If no one accepts you as yourself, then you can still keep doing it because eventually you do find others who are the same. The three of us were loners and again didn't get along with others, but fate has it that we're now friends. So it happens.
Indeed.
yeah, it does. And then I can probably relate to what you just said about the whole love and blind thing.
Yes, we will definitely
And
have to do like an episode of just like life advice and what is love.
Uh,
yeah, and
Maybe that would be an episode for another time.
Oh
But
yeah,
until
for sure.
but
yes,
until then, do not let anyone tell you to change what you don't want to be. You be you, for goodness sake. You
As
be
long as
a
it's legal.
well, yes, as long as it's legal. But until then, be your legal, fantastic mother fucking self.
Self.
nah, do it if it's illegal also. If it's something you love, do it if it's illegal. Don't listen to the both of them.
Well, I think we all know which side of the law each of us stands on. But
Hey,
until next
look,
time, this has been my Nerdicle Romance, and we look forward to many more discussions with all of you. And with that, we wish you farewell. Say goodbye, everyone.
Oui, bye bye,
Bye.
bon voyage. Have a good night, darlings.
bye bye.